básicamente hoy vamos a ver una novela gráfica, digamos, más o menos, por así decirlo, una aventura gráfica, por mejor dicho, que se llama Leclue, la Detectivu, que trata básicamente de eh, una chica a la que acusan a su madre de un asesinato, una chica que le gusta mucho resolver casos y demás, eh, que acusan a su madre de un asesinato y bueno, ella tiene que encargarse de eh, exculpar a la madre de esos cargos y limpiar su nombre, ¿no? O bueno, por lo menos eso es lo que dice el sinopsis. Vamos a ver qué nos depara. Bueno, ya empieza turbio. Un hombre con una gabardina durante la lluvia, en la noche. Una silueta misteriosa. Escalofriante, por supuesto. Bien, arrancamos. Los cuervos, una señal de mal augurio. Ya esto nos va diciendo cómo va a ir la cosa, ¿no? A ver qué pasa ahora. Mm, Supongo que hay que alinear esas tres liñitas. Supongo. Bien. Un control secreto, por lo que veo. ¿Qué esconderá si tiene semejante sistema de seguridad? No sé. Bueno. Parece que Arthurton no es un pueblo común y corriente, ¿eh? Bien, empezó fuerte la cosa.
What? Who? Oh, I must have dozed off. Perhaps we need a spot of tea to wake us
Muñeca,
up.
¿quién es?
What do you say, Rufus?
Grande Rufus. Me la van a vivir, pobrecito, diré.
Yes, quite right. Better get back to work. This book won't write itself. Maybe I should start somewhere easier. I'll come back to the prologue later. The sun rose over another perfect day in picturesque Arthurton.
Así que parece que es un... Estamos adentro de un libro, por el parecer.
To the casual observer,
Somos un
Arthurton seemed
escritor,
like any other
básicamente.
small, quiet town. It was nestled in a
O eso
valley
parece.
between two mountains, lined by lustrous forests, and perched on the edge of a pristine lake. It had a main street with all the essentials, including a place to sip coffee. It had schools, a college, a church, and a police station. It even had a museum no one ever visited.
Bueno, lo tenía
It
todo,
was the
bastante
kind of place you
completito
might find anywhere
el
on your
pueblito.
travels. Typical, maybe even forgettable. But there was one thing in Arthurton that was unlike any other town in the whole world. Actually, it was a girl.
El dientito de Jenny.
Her name was Jenny Leclue, and she was the world's greatest detective. Finkelstein residence. Oh, hello, Glenda. Yes, he said he might ring. Okay, patch me through then.
Me gusta cómo va cambiando de planos entre Jenny, el libro, digamos,
Yes,
y el
I
autor,
got
¿no?
it.
Está
I
bueno.
did, and my answer is no. I understand that, but... Well, yes, of course, but... No, nothing is settled. I'm
La
not going to
fotito
do
de,
it. It goes against
de Rufus
everything
ahí
I
atrás cuando era
understand.
joven y guapo.
No, not yet, but... If I could just... Please, listen to what I'm saying.
Se ve que no nos va demasiado bien el tema de nuestro libro. Hay diferencias creativas con los editores, supongo. Bueno, y acá tenemos un par de documentos. Pero primero vamos a hacer esto, de vital importancia para la trama. Y a ver qué tenemos acá. Bueno, un sticker. Bueno, arte de la alegraría, ¿no? Bien, otro sticker más. Acá tenemos el capítulo 1. Esto también, vital importancia. Lo necesito para concentrarme. Y bueno, y acá tenemos ahí un documento. Que a ver qué dice. Soy yo otra vez, Arthur Finkelstein, y con el libro de Nintendo, número 30 de Jenny Leclue. Bueno, acá tenemos ahí un texto que no aporta mucho. La verdad que creería que es por eso esa lista de nombres es un cosera de un Kickstarter o algo así. No sé si el juego salió de un Kickstarter o un Patreon o lo que sea, no tengo ni idea, pero creería que tiene que ver con eso. Si no tengo idea a qué hace alusión toda esa lista de nombres. Acá tenemos una cartita también. Estimado Arthur, espero que todo te vaya bien, me temo que tengo buenas noticias, viejo amigo, no hay forma fácil de decir esto, así que te he adjuntado los últimos números de venta de los libros. por lo que veo no nos va muy bien. Hoy en día los lectores jóvenes quieren más misterio y peligro, los estás perdiendo con las aventuras cada vez más tímidas y repetitivas de Jenny. La buena noticia es que ya es demasiado tarde para que las tiendas cancelen los pedidos del próximo libro, así que vamos a darte la última oportunidad de insuflar vida a la chiquilla. Queremos que escribas una historia de misterio y asesinatos en condiciones. Empieza a matar gente, añade un poco de drama, en resumen, si no mejoras, me temo que este se convertirá en el caso de Jenny y el último suspiro. Bueno, y ahí está nuestra nota ahí de no soy un asesino. Porque al parecer le gustan las historias así más blancas, más inocentes, y el editor o los editores quieren que ponga un poquito más de emoción, más turbio, un asesinato y cosas así. Bueno, acá atrás tenemos algo más, buenas noticias, una persona de un periódico de verdad ha revisado por fin tu último libro. Aficionado, le ponemos otra. Jenny Leclue y el sándwich de mermelada desaparecido. Bueno, ahí en la nota dicen un par de cosas que básicamente lo está criticando. No reconocerías una buena historia ni aunque la tuviera delante. Es lo que la nota del pie que le puso nuestro personaje, el autor, ¿no? Pero bueno, no hay mucho más en esa pequeña nota. Son un par de tonterías que escribe el periodista, supongo para hacer un poco de llamar un poco la atención, ¿no? porque al parecer nuestro autor es alguien muy conocido, que ha tenido muchos libros, aunque ahora no esté en su mejor momento. Bueno, a ver, ¿qué más tenemos? No puedo, intento leer lo que dice ahí en la parte que está tachada de negro, pero me es complicado, la verdad. Se ve que le ofendió demasiado a nuestro protagonista. Imagino que esto te sorprenderá un poco, pero tenemos que adaptarnos a los nuevos tiempos. Añade unos dos asesinatos, una pizca de tragedia real y quién sabe, quizás puedas crear una gran historia. Te llamaré más tarde para hablar del tema. Siento lo de tu carrera, pero no te desanimes, ¿eh? Pero no, sí, me estás ayudando un montonazo, ¿no? Como para no desanimarse. Posdata, te apuntas a una partida de pádel la semana que viene, pronto tendrás todo el tiempo del mundo para practicar. Básicamente nos tiró la pullita de que en cualquier momento nos despiden y no hay nada más que publicar. Básicamente, eso sería todo lo que dice la cartita. Y bueno, no hay nada más que hacer por acá, por allá. Sería cuestión de iniciar el capítulo. No sé si tengo que apretar ahí está la hoja acá. ¿Qué tendría que hacer? Bueno, hubo que hacer un pequeño corte porque había unos problemitas, pero ahora ya vamos a empezar con el capítulo 1 de Leclue. Ahí vamos. Capítulo 1. Amaneció otro día perfecto en la pintoresca Arthurton. Para cualquier persona que la viese, Arthurton parecía otra ciudad pequeña y tranquila. Estaba sentada en un valle entre dos montañas, rodeada de lustrosos bosques y junto a la orilla de un lago inmaculado. Tenía colegios, una iglesia y una comisaría de policía. Tenía una calle principal con tiendas y un lugar para beber café. Bueno, leí mal ahí. Incluso tenía un museo que nadie visitaba. Bien. No, arranca. Pensé que bueno, leyendo eso arrancábamos ya la historia. A ver, entonces, ¿cómo arrancamos? Tengo que poner salir, ¿no?
You don't understand what you're asking for. You want me to turn Jenny's world upside down? Kill off my characters and destroy everything I've built over the last 30 years? Fine. I'll give you what you want. But I warn you, I'm a stream of consciousness writer, and you have unleashed my fury. Good day, sir.
Se enojó, ¿eh?
Boring? Predictable? Pah! Well, if it's murder they want, it's murder they'll get.
Se prendió esta mierda. Se prendió.
It should have been another perfect day in Arthurton. But today was different. And nothing would ever be the same again. To begin with, Jenny Leclue was dead.
No, me mataron a Jenny. Esto sí que arrancó fuerte, ¿eh?
Her skin was pale, her eyes glassy and frozen. What cruel fate had befallen our beloved detective?
No. Never move the victim.
Mrs. Leclue, she's doing it again.
Jenny Leclue, you are a dead body. Dead bodies don't talk.
Ex detective, sí, estudiante estúpido, pésima cocinera, madre estupenda. Está muy buena la forma de
But he's
presentarnos.
doing it wrong. As wonderful as it would be if all cadavers were so talkative, we must deduce the cause of death without their help. With only the evidence laid before us, we build a picture from the fragments left behind. We collect clues, interpret the data, and solve our puzzle one piece at a time, until it feels as if the victim is speaking to us. But Jenny is right, Jonathan. You mustn't disturb the crime scene. Vital evidence could be lost.
Sorry, Mrs. Leclue.
Okay, you've all had a chance to study the body? Who can postulate how she met her demise?
Ooh, me! I think it was an accident.
Yeah, she obviously wasn't looking where she was going
So she slipped on the wet floor,
and cracked her head open. Like an egg.
and then she bled to death.
Really? How can you tell?
Well, there's a giant pool of blood around her head.
Yeah, I know. I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
Actually, you're both wrong.
What?
What? Jenny?
Cold-blooded murder.
Murder?
¿Qué tiene en la boca?
Don't be
Es
ridiculous.
verde ahí.
Where's the murder weapon?
There's no evidence anyone else was even here.
Oh, yes, there is. It was murder. And I can prove it.
¿Puedo si Jenny dice que pueda? En el caso de la ayudante
Jenny
no
had
tengo-
read all the books. She'd absorbed all her mother's teachings. But there was nothing quite like getting your hands dirty.
How many people get the chance to solve their own murder?
The first step in any good deduction was collecting evidence. Seemingly insignificant details could provide a vital piece of the puzzle.
First,
Ciertamente.
I'll search the crime scene for clues.
Then she'd analyze the data. And finally,
Deduce the real cause of death.
Bien, o sea, me está diciendo a mí. Claro, ella no lo va a hacer sola. Esto es sospechoso.
What a waste of perfectly good coffee.
Jenny's love for coffee was almost as strong as her passion for crime solving.
Quizá
Chalky green
estaba
residue on the rim.
envenenado.
Smells like burnt matches.
Mira, según mi experiencia mirando 900 episodios de Detective Conan, esto es cianuro. Bueno. A ver, Jenny tiene verde en la boca.
The victim has a green smudge on her lips. It's not lipstick.
No. Esto es sospechoso también. ¿Qué pasó en ese suéter? Vamos a ver qué. La galería de arte. Algo más que sea sospechoso acá. Una sospechosa galería de arte.
Without her trusty bifocals, Jenny couldn't see the nose in front of her face. They were her window to the world and the lens through which she focused her keen detective vision.
Sé que no me iba a aportar nada.
There's no
pero-
doubt the victim lost a lot of blood.
Bien, ¿qué más? ¿En la mano no tiene nada? No. ¿Los pies?
Approximately 8 sizes too big. And covered in mud.
¿Por qué esos zapatos tan grandes? No lo sé.
The
¿Y
floor is
esto?
wet and slippery, but also immaculately clean.
Ya encontré 6 pistas de 8. ¿Qué otra pista podemos tener?
It wasn't Jenny's style to wear accessories, but this hair clip was the exception. Its function as a lockpick had saved Jenny from a long night trapped in her school locker.
Ah, ¿a
She'd
quién la
worn it
encerró?
ever since.
Pobrecita, alguien la encerró en la taquilla del locker o qué. O ella se escondía, ¿eh? Ahí está, ¿ves? Esta era una pista. y no me
Jenny's
dejó.
blue sweater was scruffy and quite uncomfortable, but her grandmother had knitted it, and so it was her favorite. The more it itched, the closer she felt to her.
I've seen enough. Time to wrap this case up.
Jenny was a meticulous record keeper, noting every relevant clue in her trusty journal. A great
Okay.
detective knew that solving a mystery was simply a matter of connecting the dots.
I'm certain this wasn't a mere accident. Now I just need to prove it. How do I know the victim didn't
A
slip?
ver. ¿Cómo sé que la víctima no se resbaló? Porque había... Las botas tenían barro, por lo tanto, si se hubiese resbalado, el barro se hubiese mezclado con el agua y hubiese ensuciado todo. Además... Creo que eso también.
The victim's boots are filthy. They should have left big muddy footprints on the floor. So where are they?
¿Dónde están?
Either someone washed away her footprints, or she was carried here.
Bien, lo resolví, ¿eh? No es muy difícil igual en este caso.
Okay, that proves she didn't slip. So how did she actually die?
Uf.
What was the real cause of death?
Si te resbalaste, quedas boca arriba también. Ah, claro, qué tonto es el envenenamiento, sí. La víctima, los labios están secos y agrietados y manchados de verde, y la taza de café tiene lo mismo. Café letal, pero
There's a
delicioso.
green residue in the bottom of the victim's coffee cup. It smells of burnt matches. Phosphorus. Also found in common garden fertilizer.
Usaron fertilizante de jardín para envenenarla. Bueno, es algo que podés encontrar fácilmente, ¿no? Así.
The same green mark is on the victim's lips. Her coffee was spiked with fertilizer. Someone clearly wanted her dead.
¿Pero el fertilizante realmente no se notaría en el café? Habría que probarlo eso.
Ah, the case of the dead lab assistant. Gone before her time. Was it poison? Yes. A blow to the head? Yes. An accident? Certainly not. No footprints in an unshattered mug? She was killed somewhere else and carried here. This is the story of a scorned ex-lover.
Jenny?
The gardener
Se reservaba
enacting
Jenny.
his revenge.
Jenny!
A deadly brew of fertilizer and caffeine coursing through the veins.
That's quite enough, thank you.
What happens to the gardener?
¿Qué le
Is this
pasa,
gonna be on the
jardinero?
test?
Remember, class, even the smartest criminals make mistakes. This is how we catch a killer.
But what's the point of all this?
Yeah, there hasn't been a murder in Arthurton in years.
Every town has a dark side, even Arthurton. By doubting, we are led to question. And by questioning, we arrive at the truth. Okay, that's all for today. Don't forget, next class is our field trip to the morgue. So have a light lunch.
A la morgue, sí.
The students need to think for themselves, Jenny. That's why they're here at Gumboldt. To learn.
I just figured we all had places to go. Speaking of which,
And where are you off to, young lady?
I'm a dead body mom, remember? Dead bodies don't tell. See ya.
Wait, before you go, I have something for you.
Cool. What is it?
If I told you, that would spoil the fun, wouldn't it?
The Leclues didn't simply hand each other presents. They hid them. It was a family tradition, and Jenny had developed a sixth sense for finding them. With her trusty magnifying glass at her side, nothing eluded her.
Mantengo pulsado.
A new journal.
To Jenny, there was nothing better than the aroma of a fresh leather notebook. It smelled like mystery. Without missing a beat, she did what any detective worth their salt would do. She decorated it.
La decoraba. Amo los nerds. Ok, Jenny, a ver. Lo voy a poner, me gustaría ponerlo acá. Sí, ahí queda bien. Mirá, lo puedo poner por encima y todo. Puedo hacer una lupa brillante por acá. Mira, lo podemos poner ahí. Para que... Creí que quedaría mejor, Tal vez ahí. Y... ¿qué más? Vamos ahí, un corazoncito. Y ahí. Esto lo pasamos por acá. Y un corazón azul. No, mirá, vamos a ponerlos así mejor. Cruzados. Y ahí está. Perfecto.
A new journal meant new adventures. She imagined all the thrilling cases that would soon fill its pages.
Ya veremos,
And on
ya
the
veremos.
first page, her mother had written an inscription.
A great detective never gives up. Love, Mom.
Love, mom. Ok, mom. Ok. Hasta que cuando me meten en un caso súper complicado y peligroso, porque vos misma me dijiste que un detective nunca se rinde. Seguía decorando todo. Ahora se acá.
I love it. Thanks, Mom.
Jenny, I wanted to talk about, to say,
Somewhere in the back of Jenny's highly caffeinated brain, an alarm bell was ringing. Her mum was hesitating. What could be causing her to act so out of character?
Que... Contacto visual limitado, ojos llorosos, postura defensiva, no lleva anillo.
Crossed arms. Furrowed brow.
Jenny saw it coming from a mile away. Her mother was about to get...
Emotional.
Analiza
I really
todo.
gotta go.
no, Jenny, wait. I need your help.
What? Really?
Jenny couldn't believe her
Jenny,
ears. It was extremely unusual for her mother to ask for help. It must be something very important. Tracing the steps of a deranged killer? A cold case that only someone with Jenny's expertise could solve?
I've misplaced the students' essays on decapitation. See if you can find them for me before you leave. I have to run.
Wow. The case of the misplaced papers. Are you sure you want to trust me with such a complex
Algo
task?
es algo, Jenny, es un comienzo.
I have no doubt you'll be able to find them. They're around here somewhere.
Jenny was unsure if her mother was unable to detect sarcasm or just really good at ignoring it.
Vamos a ayudarla,
Okay, Mom. I'll find them before I leave. On one
El detective
condition.
sabe
Yes?
empezar de abajo.
You have to let me help grade them.
One of Jenny's favorite pastimes was grading papers. Nothing pleased her more than giving a big shiny F to an overconfident student.
Don't push your luck.
Como el profesor promedio.
Okay.
Yes.
Find the papers and go straight home.
But I'm meeting Keith tonight.
No buts, remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm still feeling the effects of being poisoned for your class.
Well then, I have the perfect antidote. You're staying with your cousin this weekend, and you still need to pack.
This again? Look, I've considered your offer, Mom, and I'm going to have to decline. I'm old enough to take care of myself.
I'll be back late tonight. There's meatloaf in the fridge.
Cuestionar su lógica.
So you don't trust me to take care of myself this weekend, but you do trust me to fix dinner and not burn the house down?
Jenny Leclue, it's been a difficult week. Could you please just do what you're told for once and stop asking questions?
Fine.
Está bien,
try to
Jenny, hay que
stay out
saber
of
cuándo
trouble.
ceder.
When do I ever get into trouble?
Esa carita de me mete un lío cada 2x3.
All right, let's find these papers and get out of here.
Ok, ¿cómo se mueve Jenny? ¿Cómo se llama? Con presencia se mueve Jenny, como que está enojada. Te la cruzás por la calle y te caga trompada, mirá. Mirá cómo camina. Bueno, en fin, vamos a buscar ahí.
Looking
Vamos a
rather
buscar
trim
los
today,
trabajos.
Ethan. New diet? What's the matter? Lost your funny bone?
A ver, esos trabajos que me pidieron buscar. Quería leer la pizarra. ¿Me dejas leer la pizarra? Sí, a ver.
Becoming a great detective took more than book smarts. You needed real-life experience. And Jenny was always on the lookout for a chance to get her hands dirty.
Por eso acepté el trabajo, Jenny, ¿ves? Porque hay que tener experiencia de a poquito. Todo suma, ¿eh? Hay una galería de arte. A ver si hay otra por acá. Acá hay otra. Bien, a ver qué dice. Un gran detective confía en sus instintos, piensa como un asesino, sigue las pruebas, entrega su informe a tiempo, trabaja sobre la decapitación y el desmembramiento para la semana que viene. Bueno, eso. Nunca formula hipótesis, nunca deja su café sin vigilar, nunca jamás. Nunca se lo toma como algo personal y nunca muestra sus cartas demasiado pronto. Igual lo del café, me manda que lo del café es lo más importante. Bueno, siempre sabe cuándo pedir ayuda. Bien, ya tengo toda la experiencia necesaria para ser un detective.
Please do not touch. Someone must be running an experiment.
Le chupó me importa un
Gross.
carajo a Jenny.
Pretty soon it's gonna sprout legs.
No sé qué será, no me deja moverlo, no me deja hacer nada. Bueno, mucha galería de arte que no sé quién deja tirada por el piso, pero no encuentro los trabajos. Están del otro lado. Ah, mirá, hay una estampita acá. Y hay un trabajo ahí en el piso, ya lo vi. Hay que examinar todo, ¿eh?
It's one of the students' term papers. You can tell by the terrible handwriting and erroneous conclusions. Mom must have put them behind the chalkboard.
Ahí están. Bien. Igual primero voy a revisar si hay otra estampita por algún lado.
One of Jenny's earliest memories was making raspberry jam with her mum.
It's the perfect substitute for blood in class demonstrations. And better tasting than the pig's blood the textbook recommends.
Bien. No había nada. Acá hay una estampita, mira. Perfecto. Volvemos. Ahora sí agarramos los trabajitos. Que la mami se va a enojar si no.
Found you. Time to get out of here.
Bueno, la madre como que no se esforzó mucho, ¿no? Para buscar los trabajos. Estaban ahí en la repisa que está detrás de la pizarra. Pues... vamos a dejarlo donde estaba. Soy una persona responsable. Supongo que estaba por ahí.
Jenny looked around the room one last time. Was she ready to leave?
Sí, ya revisé todo. Estoy listo para irme.
Okay, so she wasn't really dead. That would be silly. No, Jenny was alive and well and ready for another perfect day in Arthurton.
Ok. Ya no puedo correr. Igual no sé si me conviene correr porque tengo que revisar si hay cosas, si hay estampitas. Mi meta es encontrar todas las estampitas aparte de pasarme el juego. Mierda.
What the? What a mess. I should investigate.
Oh, debería seguir buscando estampitas. A ver. A ver.
Jenny had an instinct for sorting treasure from trash. To the untrained eye, this was just a discarded piece of an old postcard. But to Jenny, it was a mystery waiting to be solved.
Eso
I should
dice la
keep my
gente
eyes
que
open for
juntaba
any other
con la Jenny.
pieces.
The case of apostles consultati. ¿Cómo está el español y el inglés?
The notice board was awash with flyers, personal ads, and the occasional piece of gum.
I'm amazed anyone can find anything on here.
Fortunately, Jenny had a useful trick to use in a situation like this.
Mom always says, a great detective eliminates the noise. Focus on the details, and you'll find clarity in the chaos.
Ok, son 5. Sanación mística con gloria, reunión mensual de la Sociedad de Astrónomos. Libros a la venta ligeramente, proyecto de fiesta este martes. Dato por ello, responde al nombre de Detectivu.
I wonder if anyone else reads this junk. Hold on. What's this?
Aviso por la ciudad, toque
Oh
de queda.
no, they've extended curfew hours again. 9 p.m. to sunrise? That's ridiculous.
But necessary. Power outages had become a regular occurrence in town. It was dangerous to be wandering around after dark.
It won't be
Ciertamente.
long before we need a permit to go out at all.
Jenny es una anti-cuarentena. Confirmado. Aviso para la ciudad. Toque de queda. Mantente a salvo, quédate en casa. Ah, mirá cómo la cuarentena. Desde las 9 p.m. hasta el amanecer. Disculpa las molestias mientras mejoramos tu red eléctrica. Mientras estamos en ello, puede que haya algunos cortes de luz. Está mal eso, ¿no? Mientras. Mover, rotar. No se puede rotar, no tiene más nada. Acercar. Mira, una pegatina. Menos mal que se me dio por revisarlo. Bueno, supongo que no hay nada ahí entonces.
Hey, you!
Oh, hi there!
What are you doing back there?
Well, I was pruning, but then I discovered this cerulean bugberry bush.
Discovered? These bushes are all over Arthurton.
Actually, this is an incredibly rare bloom.
There's nothing rare about Arthurton.
I beg to differ. Arthurton has many beautiful and exotic plants.
Ah, qué
Really?
bueno. Siempre
Like
se va a
what?
aprender algo nuevo.
Mushrooms with eyes that glow in the dark, berries that emit a bioluminescent mist, and flowers with nectar as sticky as superglue.
Where? I've never seen any of those things.
Well, believe me, they do exist. I've had the pleasure of seeing them up close.
Fuente
That's one
confiable.
of the privileges of working for Dean Strasberry in his greenhouse. Anyway, I should get back to work. I want everything to be perfect for the Dean's retirement celebration.
Pues como diga, hermano. Una estampita otra vez. Por acá ya no hay nada. Mansión Finkelstone. Quería ver qué decía, pero no se puede.
Signs and decorations adorned the entire campus.
A party to celebrate the Dean's impending retirement.
Left. Left. I said left, damn it! What part of left are you having trouble with?
My left or your left?
My left. Obviously, I mean my left. Why would I mean your left?
So you want me to move it the other way?
Yes. Nothing would make me happier. If you're not careful, we're gonna have bronze brains all over the floor.
They seem busy. I should probably lead them to it.
Pues como diga Jenny, yo confío en vos, vos conocés cómo hacer huevo. Yo soy un Willy nada más. No, tiene cara de sospechoso. No, claro.
Hello, Mr. Stroudsbury. How are you today?
A jolly gentleman, the Dean was often seen shaking hands and kissing babies around town.
He's also Mom's boss.
But more than that, he was her loyal friend.
What do you think, Jenny?
The Dean had dedicated his life to Gumboldt, and the townspeople had spared no expense in their tribute to him.
Quite a striking resemblance, Mr. Stroudsbury.
It's a scary thing, Jenny. Retirement.
Great excuse for a party, though. What will you do when you're no longer the Dean?
I've been trying not to think about it.
Hay que
This place
pensar.
won't be the same without you.
De cara que supervisor.
Things change, Jenny. Time marches on, and we must do our best to adapt.
Tienes
It's
razón.
going to be difficult, but I'm sure we will get through it.
What do you mean, we?
Do you think they made my belly too big?
Hay que ser honesto.
It might be all those bronze pancakes, Mr. Stroudsbury.
No legacy is so rich as honesty. You
Coincido.
are a clever one, Jenny Leclue. Speaking of which, have you been practicing your detective skills?
Have I?
Todos los
Of
días.
course, always.
Well then, I have a challenge for you. I bet you can't guess what I ate for breakfast.
At last, a real challenge for Jenny. A fiendishly difficult puzzle that would take all her wits to solve.
Respetarlo si no te lo momento.
To be honest, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just have to be somewhere.
Of course. I understand.
What? No, that's not right. Jenny would never turn down an opportunity to flex her
Sí, no,
intellectual
es que no entendí, no
muscles.
entendí. Creí
So
que...
she did what the Dean asked.
Fine.
Ah, vale.
Anything for you, Mr. Stroudsbury.
Oh, how wonderful.
But
Está
first,
buenísimo.
I need to ask you a few questions.
El interrogación of el decano Strawberry. A ver, en las pestañas, en los ojos. En sus ojos puedo ver lo que desayunó hoy, ayer y el mes pasado. En realidad son bastante turbios los ojos del decano, ¿eh? No hay vida en esos ojos. No, tipo de bomba. No hay un partido de baloncesto hoy.
The Dean was a big fan of the Gumboldt Moonbeams. And not just because his son was a prominent figure on the team.
Well, a bench warmer anyway.
Una cucharilla. Siempre preparado para...
Looks like he accidentally put a spoon in his pocket instead of his pen. It's got a coffee stain on it.
Oh, tenía mucha hambre, ¿eh? Uf.
His watch is slow. That's unlike the Dean. He's usually very punctual. Your watch is 45 minutes slow.
Is it? Oh my. That explains why there was no cheesecake left in the cafeteria. My head's not screwed on today. Thank goodness you noticed, or I'd be late for my meeting with your mother.
Oh, really? She didn't mention anything to me.
Oh, well, of course she wouldn't.
It's nothing important.
Why are you meeting
Están
then?
ocultando algo, ¿eh?
It's just, she's helping me finalize my plans for,
The retirement.
Your party?
yes, that's it. My retirement party. Thank you.
Are you okay, Mr. Strasberry?
Of course. Now let me just fix my watch before I forget. Now, where were we?
Bien, llevaba 49 minutos. Había acá un... Bueno, creí que tendría que revisar eso.
It can't be dandruff.
Ah, so...
He has no hair. I have a hunch it's powdered sugar.
Pinche glotón el viejete. Tipo de bomba en ella oración que se
Ipsa
aplica.
scientia potestas est. Looks like Latin. Your ring sure looks old.
It was made for my grandfather. He passed it down to my father, who passed it down to me. And when the time comes, I'll pass it on to my son.
The Strasberry family had been champions of education for generations.
What does the inscription mean?
Knowledge itself is power. The inquisitive spirit is a mighty thing, Jenny. And nothing is as important as the truth.
Conan, estoy de acuerdo. Uf, qué onda con esto.
For the Dean, being covered in plant life was not unusual. His work as a botanist was renowned.
Looks like you're carrying some extra baggage today, Mr. Strasberry.
Well, I do have a lot on my mind.
I was referring to your legs.
Oh, thank you. I have been doing my daily calisthenics.
No, I mean the sticky stuff on your pants.
What? Oh! Hitchhikers.
Se había asustado.
I've been working on a new orchid hybrid in my greenhouse. They're
pensó que era otro tipo de
beautiful, but the
sustancia
leaves are
letal.
quite clingy. I will say, I am looking forward to spending more time in the dirt.
Bien, me quedan 2 pistas más. Esto tiene que ser una pista. No entiendo por qué no. Bien, a ver. Este brazo ya lo revisé, el otro brazo... ¡Ah, falta un brazo! ¡No! Mira, tenía que usar la lupita.
A thick bundle of note cards poked out of the Dean's pocket.
What's he keeping so close to his chest? You've been making a lot of notes, Mr. Strasberry.
Oh, I was intending to make a speech on Saturday.
Why'd you scratched out so much of it?
Your mother suggested I keep it short, and quite right, too. I must have rewritten it 20 times by now. I just can't seem to find the right words.
Tengo unos problemas de gano, la verdad. Que mejor perderlo de encontrarlo, ¿eh? Ah, también tenía que usar la lupa para esto. Pero si lo veo sin la lupa, ¿para qué? Falta un botonazo. Se dieron un tiro al decano ahí. Bueno,
The Dean didn't button his shirt properly. It looks like a bloodstain, but the seeds indicate otherwise.
So, what do you think, Jenny? Can you guess what I had for breakfast?
Sure, Mr. Strasberry. I've got everything I need to solve this mystery. What did the Dean eat for breakfast?
Hay azúcar glaseada. La mancha de mermelada es... Esto no tiene nada que ver. El reloj retrasado tampoco. Y eso también me podría servir, aunque esto también.
No, that's not it. I'm missing something.
Bueno, el botón de la camisa y... la pajarita glaseada.
Jam on his shirt and powdered sugar on his tie. The evidence points strongly to the dean's breakfast consisting of 1, maybe 2 donuts.
Bueno, ¿cómo podemos saber la cantidad? No lo sé, pero bueno. Si Jenny lo dice, yo confío.
What else can I tell about the dean's morning?
Mal colocado los botones, 1 hora atrasado. ¿Y los Gumbballs que juegan este fin de semana? Ah, tengo que contar, tiene que ser así. No.
That doesn't seem right.
Podemos decir que sobre la mañana del decano, puedo decir que estaba apurado porque se dejó la cucharita en el bolsillo y estaba apurado porque estaba atrasado por el reloj y el anillo del decano y eso entonces no, y el botón de la camisa mal colocado.
The dean had neglected to wind his pocket watch. The act of a distracted man. This resulted in his whole routine being thrown off.
Ahí
Which
está.
might explain why he has a spoon in his pocket instead of a pen.
Sí, la del pin de Gumbo no tenía ningún sentido.
You
No sé
had a
por qué lo-
donut for breakfast.
No puse.
Yes?
I'm guessing...
Un hueso.
raspberry.
How did you know?
That part was easy. You always have donuts for breakfast. But something else caught my attention.
Oh?
I think you have something on your mind, Mr. Strasberry. You are usually a picture of precision and punctuality. But today, there's a spoon in your pocket and your shirt button is undone.
My, you really are a Leclue. Your father would be so proud.
Pobre de mi
Thanks.
padre.
Well, I should be going. I'm meeting your son by the lake.
And I'm meeting your mother in the library. What a small world this is.
Too small.
A perfectly small world with everything in its right place.
Who would want to change that?
Pardon?
Nothing. See you on Saturday.
Como que Jenny quiere
Yes.
conocer el
Until we
mundo
meet
de este
again,
pueblito.
Jenny Leclue.
Le queda pequeño, digamos. Como toda persona extrovertida que vive en un pueblo, quiere conocer más allá, quiere explorar. El clásico llamado de la cabina telefónica pública. Nunca le para nada
Well,
bueno.
that's not creepy at all.
In her short time as a detective, Jenny had learned never to ignore a ringing phone.
O el detective tiene que hacerlo, o el detective tiene que hacer Jenny.
Hello.
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
What? CJ, is that you?
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
Really? This again? It's me, Jenny. We don't need to do this.
I have no idea who you are, and I know no one by that name. The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
Fine.
Ok. Caballo, pájaro.
The early bird can't catch the lazy worm.
Good. The wind blows strongly from the east.
People in glass houses should invest in curtains.
Excellent. Evening skies full
Entiendo
of
que estoy haciendo, pero
fireflies.
bueno.
The absent-minded goldfish swims into the blender.
Ah, Jenny, it is you.
Of course it is!
I need to meet with you right away.
Okay. Where do you want to meet?
This place
Bueno.
will do.
Estaba ahí. Compilacionistas suelen encarcelarle.
Everyone in
por-
town knew that CJ was
Cuestionarle
mad,
por su
even
ciudad.
dangerous.
He's not dangerous. He just doesn't accept things at face value. Sure, he's a bit fixated on extraterrestrials, but at least he's passionate about something.
Bueno.
CJ and Jenny certainly indulged each other's obsessions. But most of all, CJ treated Jenny like a colleague.
And not a little kid. CJ, why did we go through all that if you're right here?
Can't be too careful. Are you sure you weren't followed?
Who would be following me?
This place is compromised. We don't have long to talk.
Está re sacado CJ.
Now, what did you want to talk to me about?
What? You called me.
Did I? Why?
Talking to CJ was a bit like navigating a maze. You had a rough idea of where you were headed, but you couldn't be sure you'd ever get there.
I'll help you figure it out.
La interrogación de CJ. ¿Puedo saber qué onda, CJ?
I knew he was hiding something. A compass with strange symbols where the cardinal direction should be. Looks broken. Where did you get that compass?
Ah, you spotted it. I knew you would. It belonged to my father. He left it to me to find the truth.
You're not going to find anything with
Yeah.
that. The needle is wandering all over the place. A bit like you.
It's searching
For what?
for them. It's this town, Jenny. It's Arthurton. They're here, among us. And this proves it.
Or it could just be broken.
Could be. I guess we'll never know.
Supongo que nunca lo sabremos. Como una estampita tenés pegada, mira. El cumpleaños de Leclue. ¿Qué edad tiene CJ? ¿Qué significa CJ?
Is it your birthday, CJ?
Birthday? Whose birthday? Clankson's birthday. But Clankson died on his birthday. Assassination? Possibly. Abduction? Almost certainly.
CJ, the card?
Oh, this. It's for you. Impossible shot. Died instantly. No suspects. No human suspects, anyway.
Feliz cumpleaños, siento lo de tu padre. Gran combinación. Para agarrarte una tarjeta. En vez de dos, haces un 2x1 y ya estamos.
Thanks, CJ. That's, thoughtful. I didn't think you'd remember.
I know what it's like to lose something important to you. Now triple shred and incinerate that card as soon as possible! It's got my fingerprints all over it!
Estampida de... Y no.
What's that sticking out of your sock?
Ah! That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I intercepted a secret message. Classified intel. It's proof, Jenny. It's happening again. It's time for us to join the fight.
This
doesn't look like the kind of pamphlet he usually makes. It's been professionally printed.
Could CJ finally be onto something?
Bueno, no sé. Únete hoy a los...
It's just part of a cereal box.
A cereal box from another space-time continuum?
No, just a regular cereal box. It's an ad for a toy.
But why? Why would it just be lying there in the trash?
Es una pregunta interesante. Que debería preguntarle a alguien más.
I'm sorry, CJ. There are still great mysteries out there to solve, but this isn't one of them. So what's the plan now?
Library. Research. Very important. Very hush-hush.
They let you back in?
Not yet. But I've got this hat now.
It wasn't your head that needed covering.
No, for disguise.
I know, CJ. What is it this time? More UFOs? Radio wave mind control? A globally connected communication network used exclusively to view pictures of cats?
Jenny, you sound crazy. I'm just preparing my defense for the hearing.
Is this because you tried to hypnotize Mrs. Brown's prize poodle?
No. That was last week. It's because I peed in the water tower.
CJ, that's gross.
And this is the thanks I get for saving everyone from the mind control chemicals.
Well, I guess I'll see you later then.
But CJ was gone.
Mierda, que camina
CJ,
rápido.
I know you're standing behind the phone booth. I just watched you walk over there.
No, I'm not.
Okay then, bye.
See you later.
Ok, CJ. Un tipo interesante, sin lugar a dudas. Ahora vamos a ver el diario que ya lo había dejado tirado la otra vez. Curioso trozo de postal. Por hacer, buscar las partes restantes. Toque de queda a las 9 p.m. ¿Cuándo se acabará esta locura? Estudiante de jardinería, fastidiosamente conocedor de la botánica de Arlington. Trabaja con el decano Strawberry en su invernadero. Decano Strawberry, parece nervioso hoy. No es propio de él para que ha quedado como mamá. DJ, comportamiento excéntrico como siempre. ¿Qué significa DJ? Código secreto. Más vale pájaro en mano que burrito hablando. La gente con casas de cristal debería invertir en cortinas. El distraído pez dorado se mete en la licuadora. Una charla completamente normal. Me preocupa en que el Dios me va a meter ahí de así le hablo. Camina despacio y no te gires. A ver.
Hey! Ah! Damn, that's the third time today.
Pobre.
Hi, Jenny. Great job solving that case today. It's really cute the way that you and your mom work together. I wish I was that close with my parents.
Enough chit-chat. Got anything new for me?
Oh, yes. This is the real deal, hot off the press. I haven't had a chance to distribute these yet, so keep them to yourself.
Ada and Jenny belonged to one of the oldest societies in Arthurton. An eclectic band of treasure hunters, collectors, creators, and dealers. Together, they were known as Sticker Club. For generations, Gumboldt students had been hiding and finding stickers all over town. Officially, Jenny was too young to join, but she'd found so many stickers on her own that they'd made her an honorary member.
Let's see. Nice crisp edges, rich colors. Very tacky.
Thanks. I spent all week making these.
If only you spend as much time in your schoolwork, you might not be failing my mom's class.
Jenny thought to herself.
It's to celebrate the dean's retirement. I'm super sad that he's leaving, but...
It's a perfect reason to make new stickers.
Exactly. Oh, we're going on an epic sticker hunt before the dean's party. You should join us.
Even if Jenny had wanted to join them,
and I don't,
she knew she'd be stuck with her cousin all weekend.
Thanks, but I work alone.
Oh, okay. See you around, Jenny.
La primera regla del club de los stickers: no hablar del club de los stickers. Una referencia al club de la pelea, está bueno. Bien, pegatina. Ni idea que hay acá, pero bueno, si me dice que hay algo. Pegatinilla.
Lake Nowhere, 1 mile.
Bueno, nos vamos porque ya no hay nada. Creería que lo hice todo.
Stop!
Ah,
Hold it right there.
pensé que estaba
Okay,
frenando a
let her go.
Jenny. ¿Un mal augurio?
Oh dear.
That was ominous.
Mal augurio.
Detective for hire. Jenny had saved up the whole summer to place an ad in the local paper, but no one had answered it. Until now. What could this new case be? Her imagination ran wild, picturing the possibilities. And so, after helping her mum at Gumboldt College, she hurried to the pier at Lake Nowhere to rendezvous with her new client and crack another thrilling case.
Bueno, gente, hasta acá en la primera parte de esta serie de Jenny Leclue. Espero les haya gustado, les esté pareciendo interesante. Está interesante. Es un poquito... ¿cómo decirlo? Raro cómo se desarrolla todo, pero tiene buena pinta. Nos vemos la próxima y se cuidan.